As you can see here, we are currently at the scene of the crime where it occurred. Allegedly, several animal rights activists broke into this Cambridge primate research facility with the intention of freeing and rescuing the chimpanzees that were locked in the facility and infected with an Ebola-like virus. At the time, one researcher who was in the facility urged the trespassers to leave and not unleash the primates infected by the disease. The trespassers did not heed the staff member's warning and attempted to release one of the infected chimpanzees, causing it to attack and bite one of the instigators of the break-in. This caused the trespasser to become aggressive and violent in a matter of seconds, leading them to become enmeshed in an animalistic rage in the process. Shortly after, the infected primates made their way out of the lab, and the police have been heavily searching for them in the hope of preventing any further harm or public exposure to this virus. Cambridge police urge anyone to come forward regarding any sightings of the escaped chimpanzees or any potential suspects in this incident. There will be further updates about this ongoing story throughout the night on BBC News 24. This is ITV1. In a change to the advertised schedule, we are now switching over to ITV News. The Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Tony Blair, has imposed a quarantine on the British Isles following a recent viral outbreak. It was discovered that this disease is linked to an incident at a research facility in Cambridge, where a group of animal rights activists released chimpanzees, unaware that they were infected with a virus capable of altering the brain's chemistry and inducing a state of homicidal fury within seconds. It has been confirmed that in just 20 seconds the disease can eradicate any moral reasoning that defines our humanity, causing the infected individual to experience animalistic urges, leading them to attack others and spread the disease. The virus, known as the rage virus, has caused widespread panic and evacuations, particularly in the London area, which has been abandoned. Unfortunately, some individuals have become infected, resulting in numerous violent assaults. At present, London is completely deserted and shows no signs of life whatsoever. If you reside in a safe place, be sure to remain tuned to ITV News or any other trusted news outlet for the latest information.
This is an emergency broadcast from ITV1. Please remain seated and ensure your television is at a hearable volume and listen to this message. This alert is not a test. As you may be aware right now, the rage virus has taken our country by storm. This has caused many areas to be filled with hostile infected personnel, making it far too late to commence evacuations. As we speak, riots and violence on the streets have become commonplace. There has been confirmation that the disease has managed to spread outside of the United Kingdom, and has had several cases already proved in Paris and New York. At this time, air travel has become suspended indefinitely to combat the spread. Those who have not been infected and have not transformed into zombie-like creatures should remain in a safe place to avoid any deadly attacks or falling ill to the rage virus, as you will not be able to stop the symptoms once you've become infected. Survivors should remain aware of the following symptoms: high levels of frustration, scarlet red eyes, intense bleeding from eyes and mouth, and uncontrollable muscle spasms. If you have any of these signs, you may have the rage virus. Those infected with the rage virus must quarantine and heavily restrain themselves to prevent harming or infecting anyone else. This disease has become a national crisis, and the NHS has become overwhelmed and may collapse if the pandemic becomes more severe. Be prepared to defend yourself at all costs, as cases are rising at an alarming rate, more than expected. Keep anything near you which could be used as a form of defense against hostile personnel, such as baseball bats, knives, and firearms. You will not face any criminal action for defending yourself against any zombie-like creatures. The government is working hard to ensure that society continues to function and does not collapse following this mass outbreak of the rage virus. However, all civilians must be prepared in the event of this happening. Hello? Is anyone there? All right, fine. I'll get it.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has issued a warning for New York County regarding a recent disease that has spread from the United Kingdom to New York as well as Paris. The disease in question has been named the rage virus and is extremely deadly. Those who become infected with the virus become a mere shell of themselves, as the rage virus entrances the mind, causing the victim to forget their past and their memories, transforming them into a zombie-like creature that possesses a murderous rage. The New York City Emergency Management Office, in coordination with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, has issued the following emergency message for New York County. It has issued a warning for New York County regarding a recent disease that has spread from the United Kingdom to New York as well as Paris. The disease in question has been named the rage virus and is extremely deadly. Those who become infected with the virus become a mere shell of themselves, as the rage virus entrances the mind, causing the victim to forget their past and their memories, transforming them into a zombie-like creature that possesses a murderous rage. The recipient of the virus will also experience disturbing symptoms, such as vomiting blood and having scarlet red eyes. If anyone you know or love has these symptoms, they are the opposite of who you recognize them as, and will easily attack you if spotted. Several cases have been confirmed in New York, and a few individuals have become violent while another has been quarantined. At the moment, New York County is to remain under lockdown and quarantine until the situation is calmed down, with flights being grounded to prevent the disease from spreading to other nations. If you have any of these said symptoms, your life is in grave danger, and you are at risk to others as well. You must isolate and restrain yourself, as you will be a threat to anything around you. Following these first cases, we have officially lost contact with the United Kingdom and are still awaiting a response. In the meantime, remain in a safe and barricaded place and be prepared to defend yourself against any infected individual at all times. We thank you for your understanding. That concludes this message.
The BBC is interrupting its regular programming to bring you a breaking news story. Please stand by for important details. As you can see here, the infection is spreading rapidly across the United Kingdom and shows no signs of slowing down. Riots and violence have become widespread, with many survivors struggling to fend off the large swarms of infected individuals. Recently, an army blockade established as a safe zone within approximately 27 miles of Manchester provided shelter and food to those not yet infected with the rage virus. However, it was recently overrun by aggressive, rage-induced zombie creatures due to the relentless spread of the disease. The military's plan to quarantine various cities has also failed, as the country has become overwhelmed with cases. At present, the blockade has no survivors remaining, as they have either evacuated or succumbed to the rage virus, transforming completely into violent creatures. Security camera footage recently shown reveals many survivors attempting to repel the constant hordes of infected individuals, struggling as more people fall ill with the virus every second. While several radio stations and television channels remain operational, some have ceased broadcasting, either because it is unsafe to continue or their headquarters have been overrun by rage virus patients. The Prime Minister, Tony Blair, has warned that Her Majesty's government could collapse within hours, leaving all uninfected survivors without assistance or support from public officials and services, such as emergency responders and the police, forcing them to fend for themselves. Although a total collapse of the UK government has not been fully confirmed at this time, it is advised that everyone in the United Kingdom prepare for such an eventuality.
This is Channel 4. We now go back on air to bring you an important update regarding the rage virus outbreak. It has just been confirmed that the last remaining cases of the disease no longer pose a threat to the nation, as the infected individuals in question have either passed away due to starvation or other factors after several months since the inception of the virus. At the moment, it has been declared that the pandemic is officially over, as no cases are present. Survivors may exit their shelters and return to their homes. However, they must remain aware, as everywhere across the country has become a stark contrast to what it once was. In response to this, British refugees have been permitted to return to the United Kingdom once more, due to official confirmation that the country is now safe. The country will now enter a period to attempt to repopulate under NATO's plan, titled Operation Rising Dawn, which will allow British refugees to inhabit certain areas of the country and rebuild after the pandemic. British refugees wishing to return to the United Kingdom will be sent to a secure zone located in London. Survivors of the rage virus pandemic will also be directed to the secure zone alongside the refugees shortly. We thank you for listening to this message and hope that we can rebuild society back to its former glory. For now, though, farewell.